Hello, this is Brian Radovich with SolarWinds. I'm going to give you a quick overview of Storage Manager powered by Profiler. So one of the first things I wanted to show you today is the ability to look at different kinds of arrays from different manufacturers and get a single view into their capacity usage and actually forecast into the future what the capacity consumption is going to be. So we're on the main console right now. This just gives us a quick summary of our storage environment. So we have about 9.74 terabytes of capacity. We've used about 78% of that. We have about 14.67 terabytes total capacity, and we've used about 13.56 terabytes of that. If we wanted to see the details per array, we can drill down and look at this executive summary. This is going to show us the individual array, so we can see we've got a Dell EqualLogic, some MDs, some LSI-based arrays. These would be like IBM arrays, and a NetApp filer. We can see the total capacity that's available out there, how much of that's allocated out. We can also see the rated capacity, how much is used, how much is free. We can also see free LUNs. These are LUNs that are carved but not assigned to any kind of server or host, so they're just sitting out there available but not used, so you could reclaim that space. One of the other things that we can do is we can actually look at the space over time and see how those arrays have been allocated. So we're looking at the usable or rated space, the capacity of the rated space here, and we can look at how that's been allocated out over time. These arrays are kind of flat. There's been a little bit of allocation, but you can definitely see what you're doing with your arrays over time, and we can turn that into a forecast as well. I also wanted to talk a little bit more about the arrays, specifically about ranking reports. We can drill down to an individual array and see information about the storage, the capacity, all types of information about the LUNs that are carved, where they're allocated to. But we can also look at performance. We can see the overall performance of the array, also see performance at the controller, LUN, disk, and volume group. A lot of people are interested in the LUN performance. Again, not a lot going on in this particular array, but we can definitely rank this information and look at it over time. So if I wanted to see, hey, what's been the busiest LUN this week, we can drill down and see a ranking report and then rank those. So we can definitely see what's been going on in these different arrays over time. This might point me to drilling down on this particular array, looking at the end-to-end mapping and seeing what is actually on this LUN, and we'll do that here in a minute. We also have the capability of looking at the storage within the virtualization. So one of the big aspects of Storage Manager is the visibility that it gives you into how much storage your virtual environment has, how that's allocated out to the different VMs, how fast you're consuming that, and when you're going to run out. And so we'll drill down to a virtual center and look at the overall storage capacity of the data stores and then actually forecast that out. So here we're looking at a data store forecast. We can see every data store in the entire virtual infrastructure. We can see how large it is and how full it is. And we forecast out when these different data stores are going to run out of capacity. All of these columns are rankable, so if we wanted to see what was fullest right now and when it was going to run out of space, we can quickly do that. You can also set alerts on all of this data so you can be alerted before your data stores run out of forecast. One of the things that we added in Storage Manager was the thin provisioning information. So this allows us to see how over-allocated each data store is, and basically for you to be able to assess the amount of risk that you're incurring on this over-provisioning. Thin provisioning is great, but if you do too much of it, it can put you into a bad position. So this will give you some indicator of how over-provisioned you are. In this case, I'm looking at a specific data store. It is over-provisioned by 215%. So really over-provisioned there, a lot more than typically users will do. I also wanted to talk about end-to-end mapping. What this does is maps data stores and VMs back to the LUNs on the arrays. You can quickly see where all your data is located. So I'm going to widen this up a little bit, and we can see the individual data stores here, how many VMs are on there, the initiator, so this is either the WWN or the iSCSI identifier. You can see that we handle multiple protocols here, so it doesn't matter if it's iSCSI, NFS, or Fiber Channel. Then you can see what the target is and which array that's on. So in this case, this is a specific LUN on this array. In this case, these are iSCSI and NFS LUNs that are coming from a NetApp filer. So it's really nice that you can see all of this in one view across the entire infrastructure. So this is at the virtual center level, but you can also see that at other levels of your virtual infrastructure. I just wanted to thank everybody for their time. This has been a quick review of Storage Manager. If you want to try it out, go to solarwinds.com and click on Storage, and you can download and do a 30-day evaluation. It's fully functional and will allow you to do everything that you saw today.